Good morning, America. Good morning, friends and family. This is Scott in a Shot. You know, hopefully some other people are watching this show someday. But it's election day, and I feel good about it. I hope you feel about it. I hope you guys all feel good about it. I hope my brother and Anna are going to vote today. I don't know if they already voted or voted by mail. I hope my friends and family are all voting. I hope everybody's voting. I hope they all vote Republican. I think our country's at a turning point, tipping point. Going in the wrong direction. And that's just my own opinion. So let's get out and vote. Let's have fun. There's always been change in the world, people. I mean, everybody always wants change. It's every generation that wants change. And, there's so many people now that everybody's personality, everybody's different. So everybody seems like wants different change. This guy wants this change. They want that. Everybody wants this. They want that. That's why I'm so for going back to the old days when it comes like to the Pledge of Allegiance. We have to get everybody at least on the same page of being proud Americans, regardless of what's going on in the political, atmosphere in the political area. The political division is killing us because for one reason, I just don't think people are on the same page as Americans anymore. We got too many illegals in here, which changes the fabric of our country big time. And but we don't say the Pledge of Allegiance. There's nothing in school. I mean, you got people protesting Christmas. Wanting to take that out. We got to get back to the things that gave us a united value system that we have for each other. Through being united in our values for the most part. I mean, you can have your little quirks that you want to, that you'd like to see happen, but I just feel that one of the main reasons that we lost this country a little bit is because we can't even say the Pledge of Allegiance anymore. We can't. It's divisive. You can't wear a shirt to school that has an American flag in most schools. It's divisive. It seems like everything that used to bring us together, like people taking a knee for the national anthem. Sports figures. People that got famous from every race of people in the country liking them. And because of their accomplishments and their athletic abilities and all that. But we're not promoting Americanism no more. Not like it used to be. Through being proud of your country. Saying everybody, no matter what race you are, even back then, if you were illegal here, you still had to raise your hand in school and say the Pledge of Allegiance. There's something about that. That brings us together. There is. It's something that's not seen really. It's not. It's like this quiet little thing up there, and we don't realize it. Without that, though, without that. Gradually over time we lose our faith in our country and each other, and that's my own opinion on that. I just think that we need to start putting things back into school that got us united on at least one thing, that we're Americans. You got everybody anymore thinking that they're not American. They're even the citizens of this country. It's like these, I don't know, it's always been that way, people, but we'd like to think that this time in history is unique, as opposed to the past, and it's not. We've always had these problems, and not to this level now. Inventing new species by transgenderism, talking to their kids in a manner that's unbecoming of a teacher in the government. These kind of things are breaking us down. Everything else will figure itself out, kind of, but I just feel like the family unit, through abortion on demand, I just feel that we're losing our way. Not as an individual and as a country, through having no pride in our country, having no faith in the system, and that's the most important thing out of everything. We have to have pride in our country. We have to be proud to be an American. We have to have faith in our legal system and our governmental offices and in our president to be honest and truthful. We need to stop trying to create life and try to protect life. Try to figure out how to live. We haven't even figured out how to live together yet, people. And we're trying to create new things about life when it comes to like transgenderism and stuff like that. We haven't even figured out how to live with what we got here already. So that's what I feel. That's how I feel about it. I just, we got to go back to the basics. Stop the name calling. But nothing's going to get fixed in this country. And if we started right now, it's going to take a long time. The forces that be it's taken a long time to get to this level of being bad. It's like I said, I think it's a tipping point. There's been tipping points throughout time. It's throughout history. It's not the end of the world. I hope, but I mean, things got to get back to normality. And the first, I think, if I was president, the first thing I'd say is it's mandatory. The Pledge of Allegiance will be said in every classroom. I mean, in the morning up until you go into junior high, and then you have different classes. I mean, but if you have a homeroom, if every schools are different in different states. If you have a homeroom every day, even in junior high or whatever, you say the Pledge of Allegiance. I mean, that's a start anyway. I mean, that's just my own opinion. That's a start. No more burning flags. I think that should be outlawed. I mean, come on, we're burning our own flag. I mean, that's not peace. That's inciting riots. I think when somebody burns the American flag, it infuriates people that don't believe in it. It's an incitement thing. So that should be legal. That should be legalized again. With penalties for getting caught doing it. Not because I don't believe in the First Amendment. It's just that that's inciting a riot, and that's illegal. It makes me mad when I see it. I don't go and do nothing heinous, but some people do. And that's the problem. I think that to be in sports, that if you're that taking a knee when you're in college and you're in an American institution of teaching, that you shouldn't be able to do that in a sporting event. That causes division. I mean, I get it. I believe in the First Amendment. I do, but those two things, like I said, we got to get back to feeling like Americans. You protest in different ways, but burning our flag, taking knees, not saying the Pledge of Allegiance. Those things are all detrimental to the health of our country. That's my belief. And if it wasn't, then we wouldn't have heard about it on the news when they started taking a knee for 2 years solid. That's all you heard about, people taking knees. I mean, that's how the negative effect of it. Just like when you see people burning the flag, like in these Palestinian protests. When they're taking down an American flag and putting up a Palestinian flag or a Hamas flag. I mean, that is inciting a violence. Shouldn't be allowed. That's not a peaceful protest, people. I mean, just because somebody's not killing each other at a protest doesn't mean that it's peaceful. I mean, verbal and vision and symbols of hate, like burning flags and putting up foreigners' flags. I mean, foreign countries' flags and terrorist flags. That's inciting a riot. That's why they're doing it. I mean, that is not peaceful protesting. That is them trying to get a reaction from the other side so they can get into it. That's how I feel about that. I mean, so let's get back to the American way of life. Let's get back to the simpler things. I mean, but we have to get back to putting in these steps, throughout our life, especially when we're kids. Like the Pledge of Allegiance, that shows that you respect our country. And but and some still don't respect it. But at least we're trying to keep these kids on a positive track when it comes to thinking about their country, to being united. Makes me wonder if we can win a major war again. I mean, when we don't even feel like Americans. Everybody's so segregated anymore in different pockets, like I've never seen before. Before it was just they kept us at each other through black and white, racism and stuff like that. Now they got all this other stuff. I mean, it's all, you know what I'm saying? It's just all got so complicated. It's all so. I mean, and if we're not even trying to teach these kids about the Pledge of Allegiance to this country and what it's done for all of our families and our forefathers, and hopefully the good things it'll do for our future, then I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, divisive. Man, they throw that word divisive out there like it's please have. I mean, it's divisive. I mean, what they're doing is divisive, but everything's divisive to them. I mean, but what they're doing is divisive. I mean, what they're doing is 100% trying to divide this country. In the voting blocks and the special interests. I mean, it keeps them in power. I mean, somebody's always going to be in power, and the term limits, people, we have to stop the term limits. Let's stop the term limits. Let's get these people out of office. People, can you think about that? There's people that have been in government 30, 40 years, 50 years. That's how old I am, 58. Don't you think that's a little too long? I mean, that's way, way, way too long to be in our government in order for our government to run healthy. You know what I mean? You got people in there that think they're more than they are. They're just a senator, but they think they're God. I mean, there's a lot of them. I mean, I think we need to have no more than 2 terms for anything. If that's how many terms you have for the presidency, then why isn't it the same for constituents of in the Senate and in in congressmen? Why do senators and congressmen just keep going on and on and on? I mean, I'm not sure about governors. I think some of them even have. I don't know about that, but I'm talking about the federal government right now. I mean, there's got to be term limits. I mean, we got to. I mean, we got to get these people that have been there that long out of office. I mean, maybe there should be an age limit. I don't know when it comes to being running for higher office. I don't know about that because Donald Trump's pretty smart, I think. But we got to get these people out in a timely manner. I mean, because there can only be one president. When you got people that have been in office 50 years, 40 years, 30 years, 20 years, they actually think they're more than they are. You're just representing this little bit of pocket of people over here. That's all you are. You're not the president. You're not the vice president. You're a senator or a congressman, and act accordingly. And let's get them out of there in a timely manner and vote new people in. That way, when things start going bad, we'll know it right off the bat. And without somebody being there 50 years with corruption for 50 years. I mean, screwing us out for that long. I mean, and can't get them out of office because they got everybody brainwashed with free money and stuff. I mean, so that's my opinion. So other than that, I hope everybody has a great day. I'm gonna take a hit of weed. This is Scott in a shot, but I don't drink this early usually. If my smoking weed offends you, then I don't know what to say. You're one of those just too sensitive. But everybody have a great day. I'll be back here tonight drinking my Don Julio 1942. My fucking the best tequila I like. I don't drink it a lot because it's about $200 a bottle. But tonight I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna vote. I've already voted Republican. I'm gonna try to have a great time. And no matter what happens, let's all get along and we'll figure it out this next time, Republicans. I mean, I know the Republicans are going to freak out, but the Democrats may when they lose. I mean, they just can't seem to lose anymore gracefully. So that's how I feel about it. This is Scott in a shot. I will see all you later. Have a great day, and remember, vote Republican.